Welcome, everyone. Today, we're stepping into that really unsettling space where your home, the place you feel safest, becomes the scene of something truly chilling.
Yeah.
We've got 3 stories for you today, true accounts from real people. These aren't just ghost stories, they're about intrusion, about that line being crossed.
It's a fundamental fear, isn't it? The thought that someone could just enter your sanctuary uninvited.
Exactly. And these stories really show how thin that veil of security can sometimes be.
They certainly do.
Okay, so let's get into the first one. This happened to a 14-year-old. They were home alone one summer night with their older brother, parents out of town.
Right.
It's late, maybe 11 p.m., and the narrator's just in their bedroom, on the computer.
Typical summer night, sounds like.
Pretty much, until they need a photo for something, they open up their camera roll.
Okay.
And scrolling through, the usual pictures. There's one they absolutely did not take.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's this blurry picture of a man, someone they've never seen before.
Someone there on their computer.
Just there.
Okay.
Panic sets in immediately, obviously. They check the photo details. Taken at 9:45 p.m.
Okay, but wait.
But, and this is the really chilling part, they had left the house at 8 p.m. for dinner. They weren't even home at 9:45, and nobody else had access.
So someone was in the house while they were out and used their computer.
That's what it looked like. Utterly terrifying. The narrator messages their brother, who, at first thinks it's some kind of prank.
Understandable, I guess. It sounds unbelievable.
Right. But then there's a frantic phone call. The brother hears the real terror in their voice, grabs a golf club, and rushes in.
Good call. Better safe than sorry.
Definitely. So together, heart-pounding I imagine, they searched the house, all 4 floors.
Anything.
Nothing seemed out of place at first. No forced entry, nothing obviously missing, which is almost creepier,
Yeah, it implies someone knew how to get in quietly.
Exactly. Until they get to the basement, the very back corner.
Okay.
They find the cellar door, the one that leads outside, and the hatch that covers it, both just wide open.
Oh, man. There's the entry point.
Yep. So they call the police, show them the photo. The police basically advise them to, lock their doors.
Not much else they could do at that point, I suppose.
Not really. The siblings ended up spending the rest of the night huddled together in one room, just terrified.
I bet. What's so disturbing there is that double violation, isn't it? The physical space, the house, but also the digital space, the computer.
Yeah.
And that photo. Maybe it was accidental, a selfie gone wrong by the intruder, but it doesn't matter. It's proof. Proof someone unknown was not just in their home, but using their personal things.
Nothing stolen, like you said, but their peon of mind, completely gone.
Absolutely taken. Chilling stuff.
Okay, our next story. This one involves someone settling in for much longer. It starts with someone subletting a room, a 3-story house near a university.
Okay, common situation for students.
Yeah, seemed like a decent setup. 3 female roommates, students, often went home on weekends. But there's a really important kind of dark detail here. One of the original roommates had tragically passed away in her bed a few months before. Her room on the 2nd floor was kept vacant and locked.
Wow. Okay, that adds a layer right away.
It really does. So the narrator starts staying there. And during the first few weekends when they're alone in this big house, weird things start happening. Subtle at first.
Like what?
Hearing noises from upstairs, a toilet flushing, for instance, when they knew for a fact everyone else was gone for the weekend.
Easy to brush off as old house sounds, maybe?
That's exactly what they did. Rationalized it, thought maybe they were just being paranoid, especially given the house's history.
Right. The mind tries to find a logical or even supernatural explanation before jumping to something else.
But then it escalates. Footsteps, heard coming from the basement, then going upstairs. Again, always when no roommate cars were there, everyone supposedly away.
Okay, footsteps are harder to ignore than a flushing toilet.
Much harder. The narrator actually tried to talk about it, posted on the house Facebook page, asking roommates to confirm plans, trying to figure it out.
And what did they say?
Dismissed it. Both the roommates and the narrator's own boyfriend just said, oh, it's an old house, they make noises.
That must have felt isolating, being the only one hearing it, or the only one worried.
Totally. It got so bad. One weekend, they were home alone again. Boyfriend was working a night shift. Narrator's on the phone, hears noises downstairs on the main floor, goes to check, finds nothing.
But the feeling lingers.
Exactly. That was kind of the breaking point. They started spending weekends at their parents' house just to avoid being alone there.
A smart move, trusting their gut.
Yeah. And then the climax. It's terrifying. One roommate did stay home one weekend, studying for midterms. She hears a noise right outside her bedroom door.
Oh, no.
She opens the door, and there's a man walking out of the locked, vacant room, the dead girl's room.
Oh, my God. Out of the locked room.
Out of the locked room. The description is just unsettling. Rough-looking, greasy hair, dirty face, long fingernails, scraggly beard.
Just standing there.
He sees her, holds a finger up to his mouth, smiles, and just goes, shh.
Chills. Pure intimidation.
Absolutely. She screams, obviously. He lunges at her, tries to shut her door, actually growls at her, tells her to shut your mouth, and then says this bizarre, awful thing like, I'm not going to rape you before beating her up.
What? He assaulted her.
Yes. Yeah. Beat her, then just walked out of her room, went downstairs, and left through the front door. And the dead girl's room. It was left unlocked.
Unbelievable. The audacity.
The police come, they investigate, and inside that vacant room, they find what they called a really sweet setup.
He'd been living there?
Looked like it. He'd brought in his own small mattress, left clothes, belongings. The police figured he'd likely been living there for months.
Months. Silently cohabiting in the house. How?
The theory was he was climbing in through a window somehow, maybe even staying during the day on weekdays when everyone was usually out.
That is deeply disturbing. The level of violation.
The police really wanted to talk to the landlord, figure out how he might have known that room was empty, but as far as the story goes, he was never caught.
Wow. That idea of someone unseen just living alongside you, it's a particular kind of horror, isn't it? It just burrows under your skin.
It really makes you question everything you think you know about your own space. Okay, one final story. This one shifts focus a bit. Not someone hiding inside, but someone approaching boldly from the outside. Again, involves a 14-year-old. Summer holidays, home alone during the day.
Right, parents working 8 to 5 sort of thing.
Exactly. And the rule was crystal clear. Do not answer the door to strangers. Ever.
Standard safety rule. Makes sense.
So one day, narrator is watching TV, looks at the window, sees this unfamiliar guy walking down their street. It's a dead-end street, so unexpected traffic stands out.
Okay, immediately suspicious.
Yeah. He's described as tall, thin, unshaven, wearing a hoodie, tattoos on his arms, carrying a big duffel bag. And he's not just walking, he's like looking at each house carefully.
It's scouting.
Seems like it. And crucially, he sees the narrator, makes eye contact through the window.
That changes things. Now there's direct awareness.
Right. So the man walks straight up to their front door and knocks.
Okay. Test time for the don't answer rule.
It really was. And despite the rule, despite the gut feeling maybe, the narrator feeling awkward, maybe intimidated because he saw them, afraid of being rude, opens the door just a crack.
Oh, that conflict. Politeness versus safety. It's tough, especially for a kid.
So tough. The man immediately pulls his bag forward, starts his pitch, says he just got out of prison.
Whoa. Okay. Red flag right there.
Huge red flag. Says he's trying to, do the right thing, selling stuff, starts pulling out towels, random junk from the bag.
Using the prison story as
what?
A sales tactic? Intimidation.
Maybe both. But hearing prison, the narrator just freezes in fear for a second, then manages to mumble something about having no money and shuts the door fast.
Good. Close the door.
Yeah, but the man didn't leave right away. He kind of lingered, still talking through the door for a bit before finally walking off.
It's still unnerving, even that brief interaction.
Very. Later that evening, parents are home, and then 2 police officers show up at the door.
Okay, that's not random.
Not at all. They ask if anyone suspicious came by the house that day. The narrator, remembering the guy, steps up and tells them everything. Describes him, the duffel bag, the prison story.
And the officer's reaction.
They looked really, really worried.
Yeah, that's never a good sign. They knew something.
They did, and this is just awful. The police revealed that just minutes after leaving the narrator's house, the same man went to another house down the street.
Oh, no.
A girl was home alone there, too. She was in the shower, so she didn't hear him knock, didn't answer the door.
So he left?
No. He let himself in, walked upstairs, found her in the shower, and sexually assaulted her.
Oh, my God. That's horrifying.
Absolutely sickening.
Yeah.
But because the narrator had opened the door, had spoken to him, gotten that description.
They had a lead.
Exactly. Their description, combined with the victim's evidence, helped the police track him down. And it turned out, yes, he had just been released from prison for a very similar attack.
So the narrator's brief, frightening encounter potentially stopped him from doing it again, or helped catch him faster. Still
terrifying. And the impact on the narrator was huge. Understandably, they never answered the door alone again. and developed a lasting fear. They refused to even shower if they were home alone after that.
That's a trauma response. That seemingly small decision to open the door, driven by politeness, had such potentially devastating proximity to violence.
Yeah.
It's a brutal lesson in how predators operate.
It really is. So 3 stories: the photo on the computer, the squatter in the locked room, the salesman at the door. Each one hits that fear of invasion differently, doesn't it?
They really do. They tap into that deep-seated need for home to be a sanctuary and show how easily that feeling can be shattered, whether it's unseen, long-term, or brazenly approaching.
And it makes you think, how often do we maybe rationalize things away, like those noises in the second story?
Exactly. How much do we overlook because the alternative is too scary to contemplate? It raises questions about trusting our instincts, even when things seem explainable.
You might listen to these and think, oh, that's rare, that won't happen to me. But these kinds of unsettling things, intrusions big and small, they happen.
They do. And they remind us to be aware of our surroundings, both physical and digital, and aware of those gut feelings.
Because ultimately, safety isn't just about locks on the doors, is it? It's about that feeling of security within the walls. And as we heard today, that feeling can be incredibly fragile.
Fragile and precious.
Well, thank you for joining us for these pretty chilling accounts. We hope they've given you something to think about, maybe something unsettling to ponder.
Stay vigilant.
Definitely. If you found this compelling, please do hit that like button. Maybe share it with friends who appreciate these kinds of true stories. And of course, subscribe to our channel, Horror Docs. We'll have more for you.
We will.
Until next time, please stay safe. And remember, sometimes the most frightening things really are closer than you think.